Hi, I'm Laura Heglin with TC Fit. Thanks for joining us for today's Take 10 stretch break. Let's begin by scooting to the edge of our chair and sitting up nice and tall. Take your shoulders and roll them back. Feel your shoulder blades squeeze as you move your arms back. Let's rest our hands on our legs and round our spine forward. Allow your chin to fall towards your chest, and then slide your hands up, extending your shoulders back, giving your spine a little bit of an arch. Go ahead and round your spine, let your chin fall to your chest, and then sit tall, extending your spine slightly backwards. Let's do 2 more. Let's take our hands and reach them somewhere up overhead and bend slightly. Feel a stretch through the side of your body and grow tall, and then stretch to the other side. Let's do 3 more to each side. Good, and last one to each side. Let's bring our hands to about the height of our collarbones and just rotate to one side. Feel your spine twist as you rotate. As you twist, imagine your spine growing taller. Feel your rib cage rotate and your spine lengthen. 1 more to each side. Let's begin our stretching part of our stretch break by taking our ear to our shoulder and reaching the opposite hand flat to the floor. You have the option to take one hand to the top of your head to add a little bit of intensity to your stretch. As you hold this stretch, feel length happening between your ear and your shoulder. Let's shift the stretch a little bit by taking your nose towards your shoulder, rotating your head. Let's switch to the other side. Bring your opposite hand flat to the floor, ear to your shoulder. You have the option of adding the hand to the top of your head to intensify your stretch. As you stretch, breathe deeply. Let's shift our stretch slightly by taking our ear to our shoulder. Down the body, let's stretch our shoulders. Let's give them a couple rolls before we do that. Bring your arm across your body, allow your palm to face the ceiling. With your opposite hand, draw your elbow towards your chest. You should feel a stretch across the front of your shoulder. As you stretch, you always want to stretch to a point of tension and not pain, knowing that there is a difference. It's okay for a stretch to be slightly uncomfortable, but not painful. Switch to the other side. Palm faces the sky. Use your opposite hand to pull your arm towards your chest. I'm getting the stretch across the front of my shoulder socket. Nice. Let's roll the wrists. We're going to stretch the forearms next. If you spend a lot of time in front of a keyboard, our forearms can get kind of tight. Let's take one palm and reach your fingers towards the ceiling using the other hand to draw your fingertips closer to your shoulder. In an ideal world, we're holding each stretch for at least 30 seconds. For today's purposes, we might not be holding quite that long. You should feel a stretch along the bottom of your forearm. Let's change the stretch up slightly by drawing your fingers towards the floor and using your opposite hand to draw your palm towards your elbow. Let's roll both wrists, see if you notice a difference from side to side. Let's switch to the other side. Fingertips towards the ceiling, drawing your hands towards your shoulders. Let's switch our forearm stretch by pointing your fingers towards the floor and pulling your palm towards your elbow. Release the hands and circle them one more time. Moving down the body, we're going to stretch the spine just a little bit. Take one hand to your opposite knee and reach your other hand back and behind you, either to the arm of the chair, or if you can reach to the back of the chair, that works as well. We're going to do spine twists. So allow your spine to rotate and look up and back over your opposite shoulder. As you inhale and exhale here, imagine your spine rotating slightly deeper into the twist. Let's take 3 more breaths and then unwind your spine back to the middle. As you finish your third exhale, come back to the center and let's switch sides. Opposite hand to opposite knee. Reach back for either the arm of the chair or the back of the chair. Rotate your spine. As we twist, look back and over your back shoulder. On your next exhale, let's unwind the spine back to the center. Moving down the body, let's stretch our hips. We'll take one foot over and across on the opposite knee, sit up nice and tall, adding pressure to the inner edge of your knee and then tipping your chest forward. You should feel this stretch in the hip socket. This is a great stretch, especially if you're seated during the course of the day. We're stretching the deep rotators of our hip sockets. If getting your foot up onto your knee is a little bit too intense for you, you can always lengthen your other knee and put your foot further down your shin, giving yourself an option. Let's switch sides. Unhook your foot, bring your other foot up on top of your knee or on top of your shin, your choice, adding pressure to the inner edge of your knee, tipping forward. Figure 4 stretch or hip cradle. Let's unhook that side. We'll finish by stretching your hamstrings. Sitting up on your chair, point one toe towards the sky. I know you can't see my foot, that's all right. Keeping your legs straight, just hinge forward. You should feel a stretch across the back side of the leg. towards the sky, and hinge your chest forward, feeling a stretch through your hamstring, which is on the back side of your upper leg. And you might feel a slight stretch in your calf muscle as well. Let's bring our chest tall, flattening both feet out on the floor. Take a big inhale without hitting your neighbor, and a big exhale. Hopefully you feel refreshed. Thanks for joining me for today's Take 10. Until next time.